Chapter 4. All about birds. You will learn beaks of the birds, feet and claws of birds. How do birds fly? Nesting habits of birds. How do birds take care of their young ones? Do you wonder, why do birds fly all the time? Do they not get tired? They do so because birds have to look for food, eat for energy, then rest a bit and take care of their feathers, their homes, and their young ones. They have things to do just like we do. Birds are the most wonderful creatures on the earth. We all like to see them flying and hear them chirping. Beaks of the birds. Birds do not have teeth. How do they eat their food then? They have a pair of horny jaws called beaks that help them to eat their food. Birds have different types of beaks suitable for the kind of food they eat. The types of beaks tell us what the birds eat. Let us learn about the beaks of the birds. Strong, short, and hard beaks. Some birds have strong, short, and hard beaks, which help them eat their food easily. For example, pigeon, sparrow, etc. Strong, sharp, and hooked beaks. Birds such as eagles, vultures, and hawks have strong, sharp, and hooked beaks. They tear flesh using their beaks. These birds are called birds of prey. Long and pointed beaks. Some birds, such as hummingbird and sunbird, have long and pointed beaks. This kind of beak helps them to drink nectar from flowers. They push the beak into flowers and suck nectar. Do you know, hummingbird is the smallest bird in the world. It weighs less than 1 gram. It has a special feature that it can fly backwards. Curved beaks. Have you ever noticed a parrot's beak? The beak of the parrot is curved, which helps it to crack the hard nuts and fruits. Broad and short beak. The beak of some birds, such as swallow, is broad, short, and sticky inside. It can fly in the air with its beak open. It allows small insects to get stuck inside the opened beak. Strong and chisel-shaped beak. The woodpecker has long and chisel-shaped beak. It can tap barks of the trees to make holes in tree trunks in search of insects. It then pulls out insects from inside with the help of its long, sticky tongue and eats them. Broad and flat beak. Some birds, such as ducks and geese that live in water, have broad and flat beak. The beak has holes on either sides of it. The bird spoons up the muddy water along with worms, water plants, insects, etc. The mud and water flow through holes, and worms and insects remain in the beak. Do you know? A woodpecker can peck 20 times per second. It produces between 10,000 and 12,000 pecks per day. Feet and claws. Birds have another unique feature, their feet and claws. The birds catch the prey and eat the food with the help of their feet and claws. They also use them as protective organs against enemies. Flesh-eating bird. The eagle and vultures are flesh-eating birds. They have very sharp claws called talons to pick up small animals. Perching birds. Some birds such as crow, sparrow, pigeon and mynas can hold the branch of a tree very firmly. This act is called perching. They have 4 toes, 3 in front and 1 at the back, which help them to perch on the branch. Do you know? Perching birds can even sleep while perching and do not fall. This is because their toes get locked on the tree branch when they perch. Scratching birds. Birds like hens use sharp scratching claws to scratch the ground in search of seeds and worms. Climbing birds. Woodpeckers and parrots are called climbing birds. They climb up and hold on to the tree. The woodpecker has 2 toes pointing upwards and 2 toes pointing downwards. These toes help the bird to climb up and hold on to the tree. Webbed-feet birds. The birds such as ducks and geese have webbed feet. 3 front toes joined by skin, which is called a web, help them to swim in water. Wading birds. Some water birds have long legs that do not let the body to get wet and legs to sink into water. They spread out their toes and wade through the mud, thus called wading birds. Crane, herons, and paddy birds are some examples of wading birds. Nests of birds. The home of a bird is called a nest, which is safe from enemies. They build their nests using leaves, straws, twigs, wool, cotton and thread. They lay eggs in the nest. The eggs hatch and the chicks stay in the nest till they are able to fly. Different birds build different types of nests according to the place they live in. Types of nests. Nest of sparrow and pigeon. Some birds such as sparrow and pigeon build their nests in safe places, like houses and trees. They use grass, leaves, feathers, etc. to line the inside of the nest. Nest of the tailor bird. The tailor bird sews the leaves together with thread, wool, and cotton, using its sharp beak as a needle. Thus, the bird gets its name. The nest is lined with cotton, wool, and dry grass. Nest of a weaver bird. The weaver bird weaves grass and twigs into knots to make a big and strong nest. The nest hangs from the branch of the tree. Nest of a woodpecker. Some birds like woodpecker, parrot, and bluebird use their beaks to make nest that looks like a cavity. The nest is lined with chips of wood to make it more comfortable. They dig rectangular holes in tree trunks to find ants. Do you know, during breeding season, many pairs of weaver birds come together to build their nests. They build one huge domed roof of grass and straw. Then, each pair builds its own nest under the roof, each with its own entrance. Taking care of their young ones. Birds lay eggs in the nest. Mother bird sits on the eggs and keeps them warm. When the babies come out of the egg, they are very weak and need lot of care, as they cannot fly. They have no feathers and eyes are closed. The parents take care of the babies till the feathers are grown. The mother feeds the babies. The father bird protects them from enemies. They teach the babies how to fly. Once they are strong and are able to fly, they become independent. How do birds fly? Most of the birds can fly. The streamlined body and feathers of the bird help it to fly. Birds have boat-shaped bodies. The body of the bird is broader in the middle and narrow at the ends. The bones of the birds are hollow, which makes the body weight light and help them in flying in the air. They fly with the help of their wings. There are strong muscles which join the body with the wings. These are called flight muscles. The birds move their wings with the help of these muscles. Birds flap their wings and fly. While flying, their wings move upwards and is called the upstroke, and then downwards, called the downstroke. Flapping flight involves up and down movement of the wings. Flightless birds. Birds that cannot fly are called flightless birds. Emus and ostriches are some flightless birds. These birds cannot fly, but they have wings. Some other birds that cannot fly are penguin, weka, steamer duck, kiwi, kakapo, etc. Amazing birds. It is very interesting to note that there are some amazing birds with unique features. Kakapo. The kakapo, or the owl parrot, is a very strange and rare kind of bird. This bird remains active at night and sleeps during the day. Malachite kingfisher. The kingfisher jumps into the water to catch small fish and worms. It can estimate the depths of water very accurately. Let us revise. Birds do not have teeth. They have beaks. Birds eat their food with the help of their beaks. Birds have different types of beaks suitable for the kind of food they eat. The birds catch the prey and eat their food with the help of their feet and claws. Some birds can hold the branch of a tree very firmly. This is called perching. Birds build their nests using leaves, straws, twigs, wool, cotton and thread. Birds lay their eggs in the nest. Birds take care of the babies till the feathers are grown. Birds have strong muscles joined with the wings called flight muscles.